In this video, we'll show you how to take an awesome day trip from Istanbul to a beautiful island for under $5 round trip. You'll get a welcome break from the hustle and bustle of the city. You'll be able to get amazing views of the Sea of Marmara and all of the land area that makes up the truly massive city of Istanbul. And if timed right, you'll catch a beautiful sunset on the way back to Istanbul.
We departed from the Eminönü ferry stop. There's a separate kiosk next to this stop that says Turiol, Princess Island Tours. Ticket prices will be posted. We paid 80 Turkish lira per person each way, which is about $2.32 US at the time that we went. We went in October of 2024. The schedule is also posted. You cannot use your Istanbul card here. You can't use it for this journey. If you want to replicate our journey, we bought tickets from the Eminönü to Adalar. Adalar is the port stop up Buyukada Island where the ferry drops you off. It's a long day, so it's best to get there early. We took the first boat. It left at 9:40 a.m., so it wasn't super early, but get there early just to make the best of the full day.
As you depart from Eminönü, you'll get great views of Istanbul and the Galata Bridge. This ride gives you some amazing views of the city. You'll pass under Galata Bridge and head east-southeast towards the islands.
Istanbul is so striking. The views that you get from the water are amazing. It's one of those cities where you see it from the water and you know you're in Istanbul. Just beautiful with all of the mosques in the background. Very, very stunning city. The ferry ride is pretty long at about an hour and 45 minutes to the Adalar stop, which is the main town on Buyukada Island. On the way to Adalar, you'll also make other stops, so about 3 more stops before arriving here. I tend to get seasick anytime I'm on a boat, so it's pretty amazing to ride the ferry this much of a distance and have it be this smooth. Very, very nice. Not 1 ounce of nausea.
Yeah, we were a little bit concerned for her, but the ferry is actually very large and it was smooth. Just a great ride. There are 9 total islands that make up the Princess Islands, but only 4 main islands where the ferry stops. The other 3 islands did look gorgeous. We saw a beach with chairs and umbrellas as we pulled up to one of the stops, and it looked so inviting. We chose Buyukada because it seems to be the most popular with tourists, and it is the biggest island. In fact, Buyukada actually means big island in Turkish.
Once you arrive and walk off the dock, take note of the ferry schedule as to not miss the last ferry. Also, take note of the correct dock. There are at least 2 of them. If you find yourself rushing back and return to the wrong dock like we did, there's only a few minute walk between docks, so don't worry. But definitely make a note of the time here so that you don't miss the ferry back.
After leaving the dock in the small city area, we started our uphill journey to the Buyukada National Park. We used Google Maps to determine our route. It's a 1 hour, 2 mile uphill walk with a steady incline. So plan accordingly, wear comfortable shoes and clothes, and bring plenty of water. On the way up, we took multiple breaks, partly because we were tired and hot and needed some water, and partly because we kept seeing glimpses of the water between the trees, and we kept stopping to take pictures and video and take in all the beautiful views that we were seeing.
It really is such a nice walk up, even though it was tiring at times. And like he said, we took multiple breaks here, but still so beautiful. And as you can see from some of the footage, we were pretty much the only ones there.
Yeah, on this gravel portion, we didn't see anyone else. We were the only ones.
Once we got up to Buyukada National Park, there is no charge to enter this area. When you enter the park, you will see that there are multiple trails posted so that you can choose what route you'd like to take. During this walk, the pavement switched to gravel, and of course, we had stunning views of the water through the trees. There is some shade from the trees, but not a lot, so make sure you wear some sunscreen or bring some gear to protect yourself from the sun.
Once you reach the top, you'll see Ayayorgi Church, which is a monastery that was founded in 963 AD. Photography is not allowed inside the church, but make sure you go inside. For us though, the highlight was the beautiful panoramic views of the Sea of Marmara and Istanbul in the distance.
It is really baffling when you're up there and you're seeing the views of Istanbul, how big Istanbul is. It is giant. You could see it in the distance, even though it was a bit hazy, but it's still so beautiful, and all that water, so calm. Really, really neat to be up there and get these views of the city.
It is. The city seems to go on and on forever, and it is massive.
After we took in all of these beautiful views from up there, we made our way back down, and we changed our route to walk along the different streets, getting more of a feel for the town. It's a quiet, sleepy island town, but there are plenty of shops, restaurants, and cafes, since you probably worked up an appetite at this point.
As we made our way down, we noticed that on almost every turn we could catch a glimpse of the water, and the view is constantly changing. It's a much easier walk on the way down.
The neighborhoods are also so calm. The streets are so calm, with a few locals walking around and some of the tourists, of course. But it's just so quaint and quiet and very, very just relaxing to be in this city walking around.
The locals just doing their everyday life, going to shopping and going to restaurants and just out and about.
What's interesting also is that the downtown area, as you get closer to the dock, the downtown area is pretty much a lot more lively, a lot more people. There's a lot of shops and restaurants are based down here. A lot more activity going on in this area.
Aside from a few police cars, the island is actually car-free. There are small electric city buses, as well as some electric golf carts and scooters that the locals use. This keeps the island very quiet and serene. A popular tourist activity here is to rent a bicycle to explore the island, but since our plan was to walk to Ayayorgi, we didn't rent bikes this time. If you're just staying in the town, a bicycle would be a perfect way to explore Adalar.
Also, there are several mosques that you can visit here. We visited two on our trip, Hamidiye Mosque and Buyukada Karsi Mosque. They were not as grand as the mosque on the mainland, but they are beautiful in their own way. With only about 8,500 residents on Buyukada Island, places of worship don't need to be nearly as big as those on the mainland.
We loved stepping in and exploring all the different mosques. Each one had its own special kind of beauty. They're all painted a little differently, different lighting fixtures, different colors are used, different color carpets, and every single one had its own neat aspect and its own unique feel.
That's it. Of course, in true Istanbul form, there are cats. This little guy joined us for lunch. He was very interested in our toast sandwiches. Just little cuties roaming around.
We loved how quaint this town was. There's a boardwalk between two of the docks, and along this boardwalk you'll find numerous restaurants to choose from. They all looked and smelled so good. We made our way back to the ferry because our scheduled time was approaching. The ferry ride back was beautiful because we were nearing sunset. The waters were very calm, almost glass smooth. We enjoyed our amazing sunset as we got back to Istanbul.
This was a great day trip that everyone should do if they have time while visiting Istanbul. The ferry is very affordable and the views you'll get are stunning. It's also a side of Istanbul that not many visitors get to see or experience. We highly recommend this excursion to get away from the city, take in a little nature and beautiful water views.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of our travel adventures, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel,
And slow travel with us.
Bye.